And welcome back to Tiffin University Dragon Radio Live on Coast Country 100.9 WMJK. We are brought to you by the Animal Hospital of Tiffin, CF Professionals Incorporated, Gary Goose's office, the Ohio Mutual Insurance Group, Jim Kennedy's office, the Pioneer Mill Restaurant featuring weekly specials, Tuesday night steak night, international Wednesdays, and Thursday night rib night, all for only $10. Also brought to you by Ralph's Joy of Living, Seneca Hills Golf Club, State Farm Insurance at Lape's office, Steyer Seeds, Viewpoint Graphics, and Tiffin Ace Hardware. Now it's going to be our chance to check in with the Tiffin University men's basketball program. We got some student athletes up here who'd like to introduce themselves, so let's go ahead and get our introduction started, if you would, please.
Hello.
Try it now.
Hello. My name is Cody Dennison. I'm a senior guard from Newark, Ohio, and my management is business.
Hi, I'm Isaiah Twine from Marion, Ohio. I'm a guard and a major in Homeland Security.
I'm Joe Gressel. I'm a junior guard from Grove City, Ohio, and I'm also majoring in Homeland Security.
Mike Brown. I'm a redshirt sophomore, and I'm a point guard, and my major is education.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Tiffin University Dragon Radio Live. Everybody give our men's basketball players a round of applause, please. Well, Joe and Mike, you guys are the lucky ones to get to sit up here and talk a little bit more. You guys look so pleased about that. Don't be so excited there, Joe. It's okay, man. We're gonna hurt you.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so, okay, let's talk a little bit about yourselves. Let's start with you, Joe, since you look so eager. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What makes you stand out on the basketball court? What's your strengths you bring to the Tiffin University basketball program?
I like shooting the three ball.
Well, we all know that. You know, we've been doing enough basketball games, know you like to shoot it.
The strength is probably my shooting ability.
All right, okay. For you, Mike.
I think that I bring a different mentality, and my focus and leadership really spreads throughout the team.
What do you mean by different mentality? You mean like on the defense side of the ball, you got that tenacious attitude on the basketball court?
Both sides of the ball. I think that it's important to always be focused and set the tone for everybody else on the team. So whatever you're doing, go 100% and lead by example.
Well, you guys have both been here for a few years now. Talk a little bit about some of the good times you had on the basketball court. You guys had a lot of fun last year on the court. It was a very entertaining style of basketball. You guys played at some big wins. Talk a little bit about some of the positive memories that you're going to take from the first few years at Tiffin University.
Like the women's basketball player said, we kind of got recruited as one of the first classes to help rebuild a program, and that was huge for us. That was one of the reasons that I really was attracted to Tiffin was to be able to do that. And I feel like within my 3 years here, we've definitely been able to turn a program around, and we're headed in the right direction to hopefully make the GLIAC tournament this year.
Yeah, Mike, you're a red shirt. You think that helped you out quite a bit in your development as a basketball player?
Absolutely. I think that my strength. I've gained a lot of weight, and conditioning wise, I'm at the peak of where I've been, and even as an athlete, I've become more athletic. And last year was good for me. I got to sit down with the coaches, and even in timeouts and stuff, really focusing and learning more about the game, even in the background. So it was good.
Sounds like somebody's after Coach Hill's job one day. Sounds like you want to be a coach or something. Sounds like you're soaked in like somebody wants to be a coach.
I actually would, because being an education major, I would like, sure. Obviously it's the academics first, but I would like to be a coach someday, yes.
Absolutely. So talk a little bit about playing for Coach Hill and at Tiffin University. He's a highly decorated coach coming into the program, and brings a lot of excitement to the program. Has that rubbed off on you guys, the excitement he's brought?
Yeah, no doubt. The energy that Coach brings every day is always good, and I think that as a team we need to match the energy, if not, exceed it. The more energy we have, the more successful we're going to be. So it definitely rubs off on us.
So you talk about being successful. What do you guys, each one of you, need to do individually to improve to make your team more successful than what you were last year?
For me,
make more of those shots that you like shooting?
Well, yeah, that's always a given. But for me, it's probably going to be more on the defensive end. I really need to focus on sitting down and locking down on people, and probably helping the team on the rebound. definitely, if I can get those things up in my game, then we should be able to help the team out and be more successful.
All right, Mike?
I think as a point guard, I think, my main role should be to facilitate for the team, and if there's a night where, we need scoring out of me, then, I can do that as well. But another thing, being a taller point guard, it helps, I always like to crash, get loose balls, crash rebounds, and do all the dirty work. So whatever it takes to get a win.
Big shoes to fill in the point guard position from last year.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah, he's a really good player. He's actually over in Germany right now, and he's making some noise over there too. Their program's doing really well, and he's leading it. So it makes the Tiffin University look good.
All right, Rose, we asked the girls to introduce Coach Oswald. Which one of you gentlemen would like to introduce Coach Hill?
Go ahead, Mike.
It's all on you, Mike. He gave it to you.
I just want to say that, Coach Hill, I appreciate him giving me and Joe and, the guys that were up here earlier, a chance to play at the Division II level, and, we want to go out there and, prove what we can do this year.
Absolutely. Give our young men, Mike and Joe, a big round of applause as we welcome in our coaches of Tiffin University men's basketball program. Thank you, guys. All right, Coach Hill, Coach Buccilla, sit down, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I think Joe's a little bit more comfortable on the basketball court than he is here behind the microphone, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Mike's got him a little bit right there.
I think so. Well, Coach, tell us a little about what you got coming back this year.
Well, this will be our fourth year, and we have yet to coach a fourth-year senior. But you ask her what the strength of our team is, and we have three gentlemen over there that have been in our program 3 years. Cody is also a senior, second year. And so the strength that I think we have this year is leadership, and some of the things that we've had to deal with can be sorted out by those four gentlemen over there. When you have a locker room that's a happy locker room, you have a team, if they complain to the captains, can take care of it and then come to us. People don't realize how important that is. And all the good teams that I've had or coached, it was because of the leadership that we had on the floor. And one of my best teams, Coach Buccilla, was my leader.
Okay. Well, is that what you Coach Buccilla, thanks for joining us as well in the program.
Thank you.
Now, you're at practice and games, everything, just along with Coach Hill. He's looking at everything from the head coach's standpoint. Talk about it from an assistant coach's standpoint. Are you looking for other things, like little small things for the kids to work on, some different eyes that aren't head coaches' eyes? How's that work?
Yeah, some of that, and I also try to, give Coach Hill some insights. And one is, he said if the guys in the locker room are complaining about an itch, that they come to him. There wasn't the other complaint. But yeah, from an assistant standpoint, that was a pretty good one. From an assistant standpoint, I do look at maybe more how the flow's going. He's focusing a lot on managing the game, trying to make sure that the game plan is being put into play as the game evolves. And I'm kind of looking at maybe some other things that are going on that I could bring to his attention, and he can make some game adjustments during the game. At practice, we work pretty closely together, making out the practice plans and kind of on the same sync in terms of where we think the guys need to focus and what they need to work on to get us prepared for the games.
Coach Hill, you lost quite a bit last year with, you lost some size, you lost some leadership in your point guard. You were able to fill those voids this year with what you got and what you recruited in?
Well, we think we've got an excellent freshman class or recruiting class. We are in the 8 hours a week kind of thing, and work with them 2 hours a week. But we're looking forward to getting started next Monday. We'll have 2 practices, Monday to Tuesday, and over long weekend. That falls real nice for us to give us that kind of time. But we've got some good, we've got size, we've got quickness, we've got a couple kids that are older. So we really feel good about the young talent that we have back. We feel good about the leadership. We're just ready to go.
And Coach Buccilla, how long have you been working with Coach Hill?
Well, this will be my 4th year as a coach beside him, but I played for him for 4 years, and then I coached high school ball, and he was a mentor for me through that period. So really, I won't say how many years, but it's been a number of years that we've stayed pretty close, and I've learned, again, the game from Coach Hill over a couple of decades, really.
And I did hire him as the women's basketball coach where I was before, so he coached with me there.
No doubt. So you had started October 31st at the University of Akron, then you go out to Detroit Mercy, so that's a tough road to start, isn't it?
Well, the exhibition games, I would rather go and be challenged and let our guys play in a big arena against you're going at against an opponent that we are definitely the underdog, and you can go and play a lot of people to actually see what we can do. The whole point is to get ready for your season.
Sure.
So we get to play Detroit, we get to play Akron, and we're really looking forward to that.
So when you look at the GLIAC, besides the Dragons, who are the teams you got to really look out for this year? It was like Pam said, everybody.
Well, at the end of the year last year, we beat the top 3 teams and lost to Ohio Dominican. I mean, you got to get ready to play. There isn't anybody on the schedule that we can go and say we're going to win that game, or we've got the definite advantage in that game. You go out and you get ready to compete. And the biggest thing that we have going for us, we'd have a lot better record if we could play at home. We fill that gym that if you were at the game with Hillsdale, Wayne State, or Findlay, I mean, you can't ask for a better Division II basketball excitement. I mean, the crowd is right on the floor. Even the first year when we did not have a very good team, we lost to Findlay in overtime playing at home. The final next year we lost to them in double overtime, and this year we had a good lead. They went ahead, and we were able to come back and win, which is one of the biggest wins for the program here to show how we came back against a very tough team.
Your first home game will be November 29th against Wayne State University at a 6 o'clock tip-off, so hopefully we see everyone that's here tonight in attendance at that basketball game. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Coach Hill and Coach Buccilla, the Tiffin University men's basketball program.
Thank you.